So, hello, everyone, and welcome back to Divine Rebel. My name is Racey, and I'm going to be giving the readings for you today. They are prepaid in advance. So, for those of you who got your secret code name, you know who you are. For those of you who did not purchase a reading in advance, if you resonate to one of the secret code names, there is most likely a message in there for you. Because we're doing this live on YouTube and they are paid readings, for whatever reason, if the internet or the signal gets skitsy, I am recording it on a second device. That's going to be a clean cut. It's just recording on a camera. Okay, so for whatever reason, there's little pieces missing. Be patient. I will make sure that the second copy loads in the event that that happens. Okay? For those of you not familiar with me or the channel, I do use profanity and talk about adult things. Nothing's off the table. So if you have children around or that is not your thing, I respect that. I'm always giving you the opportunity to sign off now. Otherwise, we are going to be getting into the full moon in Libra. Find your balance readings, okay? Let me get this shared out to my Facebook family really quickly, just so they can find me. I would hate for them to miss it. All right, here we go. Divine Rebel. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? There's some crazy energy with this full moon. There is some crazy energy with this full moon. All right, there we go. Posted to Divine Rebel. For all of you guys that want to know more from me and get more from me, all of my information's in the description, or at least will be, if it's not already. It'll be there. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram and all that good stuff, sharing out to the Greater Holistic Community Group and the Ascension Team, which I do host on Facebook. So, we are good to go. Hey, how are you guys? So, secret code names. All of the timestamps will be in the description and the comments after the live. Give me some time just to make sure that all of the timestamps that I mark down are correct once the video has completely loaded up to YouTube. If there's any major discrepancies in the time, that's just because there was pieces that got cut out with the connection. And in that case, I will be loading up the second copy, the clean cut copy of the video. Hey. So, the code names for this Find Your Balance full moon in Libra are Medusa's Soul Song, Tidal Waves, Purple Daisies, Black Balloons, and I was definitely pinged to the Goo Goo Doll song when that code name came to me, Willow Trees, Little Red Sports Car, Rainbow Cloud Sunset, Quoth the Raven, Bridges, and Hummingbird. Okay, so those are the 10 secret code names for the live. Again, they are Medusa's Soul Song, Tidal Waves, Purple Daisies, Black Balloons, Willow Trees, Little Red Sports Car, Rainbow Cloud Sunset, Quoth the Raven, Bridges, and Hummingbird. All right, make sure y'all share this out, drop your likes. I greatly appreciate you and I love you. So here we go. We are going to be starting at 3:33 with Medusa's Soul Song. I'm using my Hermetic Tarot to find out what exactly it is that is going on, and then I have 4 Oracle decks. I also have my Universe Has Your Back deck. It's not actually a part of the predetermined decks that I was pinged to, but Spirit told me I might need it just in case for one of the readings, so we'll see when we get there. I am using the Hermetic Tarot. I'm using my Romance Angel Oracle cards, The Power of Love cards by James Van Praagh that I use as my Remember deck. I'm also using my Work Your Light Oracle and my Archangel Oracle cards. Okay, so these readings are intended to help you understand what is off balance or where you are, okay, and how to better align yourself from a balanced place within so that you can manifest what it actually is that you want to experience and kind of co-create with the universe as opposed to have things happening to you, right? Life happening to you instead of for you. So here we go. First code name, right? Medusa's Soul Song. Spirit, please give me some insights into what is going on. with secret code name Medusa's Soul Song and those who would resonate to it. What is going on with Medusa's Soul Song and those who would resonate to it? What is going on? Okay. Ooh. All right, we are going to take that one too. All right. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Wheel of Fortune, and the Death card peeked out at me. It's underneath. Change of fate, right? Underlying issue is a change of fate or a change of fortune for the better, leading to a major transformation within the self. The top of the deck is the Ten of Swords. So right now you may be feeling betrayed or just mentally overwhelmed, okay? Mental overwhelm, mental exhaustion is kind of what I'm picking up on with this Ten of Swords. You might even be feeling like all is lost or all is ruined, right? Because it does say the Lord of Ruin on the bottom of the card, okay? So with the Wheel of Fortune and the Death card, if this is what's ending, right? Because these are both 10s, 10 and 10. You're coming out of this cycle. That's the main energy that I'm picking up off of these. I feel like whatever this mental overload is, feeling like all is lost, all is ruined, hopeless, helpless situation, that's changing, and it's going to come with a complete transformation. What's under that? The Ace of Wands under that. Brand new beginning. All right. Might be getting a lot of 1s and 4s, okay, as synchronistic numbers. So with that said, the actual cards that we have Fortitude, which is the Strength card, the Princess of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Seven of Cups, the Five of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, the Strength card, I just heard you're pushing yourself really hard. You're trying to be really strong and you're pushing yourself through it. I think that Ten of Swords energy, once you free your mind of that, when you realize whatever it is that you're worrying about, you really don't need to worry about it. You really don't. Archangel Michael's making it very clear. You really don't need to worry about whatever this is. Okay, I think you're putting a whole lot of extra pressure on yourself that's really unnecessary, which is why you're fighting so hard to be strong through it. This is more about your willpower, your passion, and getting focused in that, as opposed to the things that your egoic mind wants to control. And I just heard timing. Okay, so there's issues with time. You might be on time limits or feel like you're running out of time, feeling like you've lost time. Pull that out of your mind. Like, tell yourself that whatever it is, you have enough spirit within yourself, you have enough passion and willpower within yourself that you can put whatever this is out of your mind for the time being, because it's just not important to focus on right now, and really move forward with the idea that you have a beeline kind of focus. Like, whatever it is, everything else can wait, right? Everything else can wait. I'm picking up on this energy of feeling ugly on the feeling ugly, but not necessarily in the like the physical sense. I mean, it might be, but it's a sense of feeling ugly or not, like your soul's not good enough, or your spirit's not good enough. Almost like predetermining that you're a failure in some way, when really the core of yourself is really beautiful and you're divinely protected. You know, you're seeing yourself as this princess of wands who's trying to reinvent themselves, trying to come out of the fires, right? That transformative death card energy, knowing that you have to re-establish or recalibrate your idea of self. You might be getting tiger synchronicities or ram synchronicities, right? Aries season. I think you know that that life is a mirror, right? Life is a mirror, and if life feels really hard, then you really are maybe being too hard on yourself and putting too much on your plate that's just unnecessary. The Three of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Five of Cups, this is talking about heartbreaking situations that that left you confused, right? With the Seven of Cups, this illusion energy, this confusion, illusion energy. And with the Five of Cups, it's feeling that loss. The loss of pleasure, you know, like not having enough time to just step away from the mental anguish that's on the forefront of your mind. Feeling as if it's almost like you're your own worst enemy. It's like you're trying so hard when maybe what you really fucking need is just a night away from all of the stuff on your mind. Even if it's just for a couple hours, to just go and step away from whatever the environment is that you're in, or whatever the circumstance is, and just maybe get yourself around people that kind of pull you away from that. You know, I'm not saying go out and party to your detriment and fuck up anything, you know what I mean? But I'm get yourself away from your own mind for a while, right? With people that you trust, and allow that truth to come out. Because if you're constantly pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing all the time, you feel it's like you're running yourself into the ground, okay? It's like you're running yourself into the ground. And there's a whole lot more to you than the worry and the confusion. I think you're getting lost in the heartbreak, confusion element of things, the loss of joy. And you need to reestablish why you do what you do, or your purpose as far as what you want to create with your own life as an individual. You know what I mean? Like, people are there to help you when you need them, if you were to call on them into your experience, and not just necessarily on the phone. Like, you can call on people into your experience and meet a stranger on the street, you know what I mean? And have a wonderful conversation for 5 minutes, and it just is kind of like a breath of fresh air. You know what I mean? Like, you can manifest the feeling of a breath of fresh air, you know? I think you need to get back to the root power of your mind, and that you have control over what you can click on and click off. And if something's not sitting right with you, or something is draining you, or it's playing on your mind, you have to be able to shut it off until it just has no place right now. It's not that you won't think about it eventually, because you know you have to. I think you know you have to. There's some element of reflection in there, closing the mental cycle of whatever it is, the loss. Don't betray yourself, getting too mentally caught up in things. All right, Romance Angel Oracle. I've written all over a lot of these cards, and I use them from a place of oneness within the self. So this isn't necessarily romance like between you and another. This is going to be between you and yourself, right? So what card above all other cards, Spirit, for codename Medusa's soul song? Yeah, free yourself. Is it ever going to get any better than this? It's time to take back control of your life. Claim your happiness. Claim your happiness, okay? When we get a card like this, free yourself, it's like you've put yourself in your own cage. Because this fence isn't that high, you know what I mean? It's not that high. The unicorn can jump right on out. Like, you're a magical being. You're a unicorn. You're one of a kind. You're one of a kind. And you've got to start treating yourself like that. You're not like everybody else. And once that's established within yourself, you won't tolerate being treated like everybody else, right? You'll just be in that vibration of I am who I am, and that is special, and I'm not stuck here. Mentally, emotionally, you know, spiritually within the self, you've got to ask yourself, are you ready for better? And if the answer is yes, then you need to allow that thought pattern to click in, right? Spontaneity, yeah, move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. And I heard new state of being, right? That was the instant response I heard, new state of being. It's okay to go out and do your thing. It doesn't matter, like, you might be afraid you're betraying someone else. Don't be afraid of betraying someone else to the betrayal of yourself, right? If you need a fucking break and you need to get out, or just reconnect with new people and remember what it's like to feel valued or to be complimented or just to have your presence enjoyed, then go do that. Then go do that. What else, Spirit, for my Work Your Light Oracle? What card above all other cards for codename Medusa's soul song? The ever unfolding rose, cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you, right? Life isn't happening. It's not happening to you. Everything that you're going through, it's happening for you to develop on a very personal level in here. No, it's not like, you know, if something's not working out the way you thought, it's not, you know, then it must not be meant to be. No, there's a reason why everything is happening, and it's to teach you how you can best improve you so that you don't make the same quote unquote mistakes twice. That you can catch yourself, that you don't put things off until the last minute, that you don't sacrifice life because it's all, you know, like work kind of thing, that you forget how important it is to just enjoy the present moment sometimes, and know that when you're ahead of the game, when you give yourself that edge to be ahead of the game, that it feels good. It feels good to be ahead. Right? It doesn't feel good to constantly be catching up or constantly be coming in from behind. The universe is trying to teach you how to bloom into a better version, that you don't have to worry. What archangel is helping you? What message would they like to bring? What archangel is with you, and what message would they like to bring? Archangel Uriel, clear cognizance and clear knowing. Whenever I hear Archangel Uriel, I always say, Archangel Uriel, I call you into my being to shine light in my darkness where I cannot or refuse to see. What are my shadows? What is it in my shadows that's preventing me from being my best version? What is it in my shadows? What is it that I'm not seeing about myself that I'm not acknowledging or that I'm excusing as, well, that's just who I am, that I don't actually like because it's not manifesting what I want. You know what I mean? It's not making me feel good. It's either stressing me out, it's mentally exhausting me, right? Pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. I feel, and I'm getting it really clear, you've been getting these pings, well, maybe I should do that. And you're like, yeah, but I have this to do, or I have that to do. Well, maybe I should say this, or maybe I should that. And you're kind of putting it off, but if it's being persistent in your mind, it's because your soul clearly knows. Your soul clearly knows. Call on Archangel Uriel to help you see, okay? Medusa's soul song. Call on Archangel Uriel to help you see and understand where you're tripping yourself up. I hope this in general gives you some clarity, that you're maybe focusing too much on things that were confusing, too much on the loss, too much on, even if you haven't, I feel like you haven't technically lost it. I think you're worrying about losing it, which is what's creating, the need for such a great transformation within the self, because you're not meant to lose it. That's why you haven't actually lost it yet, even if it feels that way. Because anything that would leave your life is to help you recenter here within yourself, okay? You've got to be able to free yourself of your own mental prisons. And remember to kind of go with the flow as I'm looking at this spontaneity card. Like, go with the flow. Like, it's okay that things don't work out the way we planned it or the way we wanted to. Like, if you find yourself crying or wanting to cry, remember that crying is the ego's humbling. We're crying because something didn't work out the way that our mind wanted it to work out. We wanted to see it play out a certain way. And when it doesn't, we get upset. But it doesn't mean that all is lost. It doesn't mean that what is meant for you isn't coming. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, it just means there's a better way. And it's acceptance, okay? And it's acceptance in that. So I hope that helps. Medusa's soul song. I hope that helps those who would resonate to that. Moving on. Codename Tidal Waves. Secret codename Tidal Waves. We're going to start at the 23-minute mark. Okay. All right. So secret codename Tidal Waves and those who would resonate to. What is going on, Spirit? What is going on? Insights, please. What has them off balance? What has them off balance? All right. Bottom of the deck is the Seven of Cups, so that's that confusion energy. It's an illusion. Top of the deck is the Five of Cups. You're wondering, you're confused as to why you feel some kind of loss, and I immediately heard it's not your energy that you're picking up on, it's someone outside in your environment. And it's not in your immediate environment either. Like wherever you're at, it's not anyone that's immediately around you. It's in your circle of people. There's a fear of loss. So if you're confused as to why you're feeling a certain way, or why you're being triggered, or why you're feeling as if something's missing, you're not actually missing anything. It's someone else's energy that you're picking up on. With that said, we have Aquarian energy with the star, and we have the healer here, right? With the star card. This is healing and Aquarian energy. This is a soul wish. I feel like you're in this energy. This is where you're at with the star. And I'm hearing crystal clear. See, you're crystal clear. Don't get it twisted, okay? If you resonated to Tidal Waves, this is your code name. You're crystal clear. Someone else's energy, it's extreme empathy, right? You're empathic. You're picking up on someone else's energy field that's penetrating your field. 3 of Cups is a third party situation. So it's someone outside of you, okay? This is not you or your immediate dynamic. High Priestess energy, you already know. As I'm saying this, you already know. It's making a whole lot of sense. It's making a whole lot of sense. I think you also know that maybe someone is keeping secrets from you, or someone's not being completely clear. And I think whoever that is, they know that you know. Okay, you know that they know. With the Sun card here, I'm being drawn to the 2 women on the card. So you may be dealing with another female, okay? Someone who might even look like you because they look like twins. Or, you know, someone in the family, right? Family. With the 5 of Wands, and you can see the double lions on here, there's a strong Leo energy, karmic energy, because it's Saturn, it's Leo and Saturn. And with the 3 of Swords, it kind of breaks your heart, or you know it breaks their heart to have to be independent with the 9 of Pentacles, right? This is an independence card. It's also the Lord of Material Gain in this deck. So it's like knowing someone has to claim their independence, which is why they feel like something's missing. You're not actually missing anything. So if you need to get back in balance within yourself, you really have to learn to like just cut it off. Just say, nope, I'm not feeling their energy. Literally swipe up from your chakras and clear your crown. Don't let that energy connect into your field if you don't want to feel it, and be really clear on how you want, or how much you want this other person to truly be in your experience until they get their shit together, right? Because their energy is extremely invasive to the point that it took over your reading, because that's what's putting you out of balance, okay? Be really aware of that. Strong Cancerian energy on this card with the 3 of Cups. So, you know, and Mercurial energy. You might need to really speak up about how you're feeling. It's almost like you're feeling at a loss. Not because you want to lose this person, but because you almost intuitively know that you almost have to in order to stay in your authentic light, because I feel like it's almost like a looming shadow. It's confrontation. It's a bunch of drama. It's completely distracting you and your mood. Like it's becoming drama in your own reality when you don't have drama in your reality. So why are you asking or bringing in drama to your experience? Like, what's the point of bringing in drama to your experience for that person? Why would you continue to allow that? What card above all other cards, Spirit, please? Yeah, divine will, spiritual destiny, religious factors. You have higher soul contracts. You have your soul partner or your soul spouse. Your love life is being influenced by your upbringing and your spiritual path. You know, you already know that the disconnect needs to happen. Okay, it does. It needs to happen, and you might not know how to do that. But the fact of the matter is, Spirit is letting you know there is a higher reason why, and you have to almost surrender to it. Like, stop trying to control it or think that you could fix it or think that you can heal it. It's not your job to heal anybody else or bring their drama into your life in order to do it. Like, stop. Stop. Like, Archangel Michael's like, stop. Like, push it back, right? Like, no, you're welcoming in way too much karmic energy that's not your own. And they're like, why are you doing it? Right? Is it because you feel guilty? Is it because you feel bad? Is it like, what is it? Like, address the shadow. Address the shadow. You already know it's not healthy for your energy or your environment to continue in it. What's the remember card? Release. Did you want more clarification? Release. You have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving forces of the universe. It is not your job. It's not your job. You gotta let it go and give it to the divine. Like, you know what? I know that maybe I've been a support for this person for a really long time, but I shouldn't have to be their support anymore, right? I shouldn't have to be their support anymore. I don't want to. I don't actually want to. It doesn't bring me joy to be someone else's crutch. It doesn't make me feel good. It's not benefiting my life to have their drama like getting into my life. Maybe I wanted to cook dinner today and now dinner's running late, or I don't feel like it because I got caught up in this person's fucking drama. They're taking away from the beauty of your own experience and what you're creating. Right? Let it go. They're in the good hands of the universe. If you're not around, let the universe handle it. The universe will figure it out, or they will be forced to. They will have to face themselves and their own shadow. Yeah, play with the universe. Play with the universe. Game on, universe, fine. I'm going to take my hands off of it. You drive. You drive. I don't want to drive this anymore. Go have fun. Go celebrate. Don't be so serious. Like, you have every right to go enjoy your life. However you want to. Yeah, it sucks, but you know what? Like, someone has to grow up. Someone has to grow up, spiritually speaking. They have to mature. They can't do it with a crutch. They got to be able to fall flat on their fucking face and get up on their own. Especially if they keep falling on their face and they keep expecting you to lift them up. Yeah, clear your space. Archangel Jophiel. You got to get back to the beauty of your own life. Get back to the full-blown beauty of your own life. Get rid of clutter, clear the energy around you, and use Feng Shui. Clear toxic people and places out. Yeah, I mean, it's a good thing if you can definitely separate yourself from those energies. If you still have things that you want to go through and things that you want to get done and things that you want to get to, like, really enjoy being in your environment, you just need to clear the toxic energy out. If they're not in alignment with you and you could feel their energy lingering on you, like when you're done talking to them or seeing them or whatever the case, like, I'm literally like, the actual feeling that I'm getting is almost like this dread of obligation. Okay, like you just don't want to. You know what I mean? Like you just don't want to. So healthy boundaries. Healthy fucking boundaries. If you gotta put your foot way down, right? If you gotta put your foot way down and say, I really can't do this right now. I don't know how long it's going to be. It might take a week. It might take a month. It might be all fucking summer. I need you to leave me the fuck alone until I reach out to you. I'll reach out to you when I miss you and when I'm thinking of you and when I feel guided to, but please don't invade my space. And if you don't want to answer when I call, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not telling you to do for me what I won't do for you. I'm telling you that I can only do as I'm guided right now. And if everything in my being is repulsed, because that's what it feels like. It's a repulsion. Everything in you does not want to partake in that energy at all. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. If you don't want it and it feels repulsive to you to partake in it, why? Cut it out and let it go. Cut it out and let it go. All right? You have permission to find balance within yourself because they're throwing you off. They're throwing you off. Yeah, the energy is so strong. Like, I understand why you don't want them in your field. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. The energy is so off-putting. They're just so far away from where you are. Like, you're in your authentic light. You're intuitively picking up on things. And you want to be a supportive, healthy, healing energy for them. But they are not receptive to that energy. They are in a completely different space. And all they're doing is invading yours. That's all they're doing. Let that go. Yeah, let that go. You'll reach out when you want to. Set that boundary. Like, please just give me space. I can't deal with your drama. I just can't. I don't want to and I don't have to. It's not my fucking job. Right? Yeah. All right. Continuing. Hope that helps. Getting into secret code name. Purple Daisies. Codename Purple Daisies. We're going to start that at the 38-minute mark. Codename Purple Daisies. And for those who would resonate to this codename. Codename Purple Daisies, and those who would resonate to that codename. Okay. Here we go. Last shuffle. Codename Purple Daisies, and those who would resonate to it. Spirit, what is going on? What is going on with codename Purple Daisies? What is going on? There's more. What else? Okay. We got the Queen of Wands on the bottom of the deck. And on the top of the deck, we have the King of Cups. We have a fire and water here. All right, listen. Right off the bat, I think the underlying issue is you really need to find yourself, and someone is wanting to support you emotionally but can't find themselves being able to do it because they're seeing your demons and they can't prevent you from loving and supporting yourself, getting in touch with yourself. I'm getting almost like it is almost a very codependent feeling, okay? It's a very codependent feeling that I'm getting from almost from your energy, and whoever or whatever this King of Cups is, they're not allowing you to do that with them. The codependency. They have a lot of deep, deep feelings for you. And they want to be able to nourish you that way and express those emotions, but they can't because there's some kind of development, spiritual development, spirit development, right? Passion development, path development that you need to do on your own, and they can't coddle you along or take up space or time or distract you from what you need to do for yourself. I feel like you want more from someone than they're capable or willing to give to you right now because you need to make the effort. You need to make the effort. We get the Nine of Wands with the Hermit card, the Five of Wands, with the Eight of Pentacles that came out in the reverse. And all of my cards are in the upright, so when they flip in the reverse, I keep them that way. With the Eight of Wands, the Princess of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands, okay? This is feeling, because this is the Wounded Warrior card, right? With the Nine of Wands. This is feeling like a wounded warrior. I think you have a lot of, whatever the traumas were from your past experiences, you're expecting someone to be what everybody else wasn't. The problem is the pattern, right? It's your own pattern. Even if you're the King of Cups, right? Man or woman, doesn't matter. Whoever is represented by the King of Cups, they're very emotionally mature, and they're not just going to bend over backwards or fill in your voids. It's almost like you're looking at them as if they're a certain type of person, or you're afraid they're going to be some type of person, and all you're doing is manifesting that same result that you've already experienced. Because the entire time you've been going through all of these patterns, the whole time the issue has been you need to focus on yourself as an individual. What do you want to do with your life? What career do you really want to take off in? Right? What do you want to take off in? Where do you want to excel? Right? Why are you capping yourself or limiting your own self in your mind? This is having to do major inner work. Major inner work to understand your demons, because, you know, the King of Cups, he's looking at your snakes and he can't stand it. He can't stand it. The sight of the snake, right? And the Hermit card, this is you having to reflect on your own demons. It's you having to reflect on your own demons. Whoever they are, they see them very clearly in you, and you're not seeing them, and you're just simply asking someone else to be something to fill you up. And they said, no, fill up yourself. It's not that I don't care about you. It's not that you're not interesting. But I can't fill you where you need to fill yourself. They're more mature than you are. And in certain aspects, they are more mature than you are. And you're not looking at them like that. You're looking at them as if they're almost disappointing, right? That they're turning into everybody else that you've been with. But they're not, right? But they're not. They're seeing you in a way that you're not seeing yourself. Okay? The Five of Wands is about an internal conflict. It was just 4444 on the timer. This is an internal conflict that you have within yourself. Okay? This is you needing to understand your own karma when it comes to your authenticity and having to spiritually support yourself, energetically support yourself. No one is responsible to pick you up. No one. And if you're going to put that on someone else who is emotionally mature, you're going to lose it every time. And you're going to wonder why that person was like everybody else. No, it's not that that person was like everybody else. You keep creating the same scenario because you're not reflecting on your demons. You're not reflecting on your own shadows, your own sting, right? Self-sabotaging energy. Eight of Pentacles in reverse is not making an effort. Not making an effort where an effort needs to be made. This is like a card of due diligence, taking the steps, and they're not being taken. I don't mean to ream you. I'm not trying to rip you a new one. I'm helping you find your balance, okay? I love you. You know, the Eight of Wands, this is Spirit speaking to you. You know, this is your higher self saying, hey, like, when is enough enough? How many times are you going to go through this cycle that you hate? Are you just going to keep not looking at yourself and keep going through these cycles that you can't stand, blaming other people? Or are you finally going to take ownership for your shit? When are you going to allow the change to happen? When are you going to allow yourself to be re-established, to reinvent yourself in the 3D world? Princess of Pentacles, when are you going to become independent and beautiful and be your own shield and your own magic? You protect yourself with your authenticity. No one can cast shade on you or doubt you or say you're not good enough if you know dang right well you're doing everything in your power to be your best version. If you've got holes that are asking other people to fill it, are you your best? No. You're trying to have other people accept you when you're not at your best, but you don't accept you when you're not at your best, which is the mirror, which is why everybody else isn't giving you what you want and they keep leaving your experience. You know you're not being your best version. You know you're not giving 100% of yourself. This Four of Wands finale card, your stability, your bliss state, the happy ending comes in when you create that energy within yourself. If you don't want to repeat these patterns, you've got to get real with yourself. You got to look in the mirror and say, I love you. You are strong. I trust you. We can do this, right? You and me, reflection, we got this. We got this. The shift, fine. Let's shift. Let's do better. I can and I'm willing to do better because these patterns fucking suck, right? They suck. It keeps happening. Fuck that. When you change yourself, your whole experience changes. I guarantee you, whoever that King of Cups is, would be more than supportive in supporting you as you support yourself, but they're not going to pick up your slack. They are too grown for that. They are too grown for that. They've been there, done that. They've been with people like that. People with patterns like you. You know, you're not the only one. There's many people that have patterns like that. Only this person has been there, done that too many times. They see it a mile away like a red flag. It is not their job to save you. It's your job to save yourself. And that's where they are. Soul contracts, destiny, or fate. Children. If this is not involving someone that you have children with outright, then this is definitely your inner child needing to reflect on why you have these patterns to begin with. And if you do have children, there's children in your experience, what pattern are you teaching them? What unhealthy pattern are you teaching them? What are you projecting as far as understanding goes to them? What wounding are you handing down that you haven't addressed? Someone's not tolerating your shit. And maybe when you were growing up, maybe your parents tolerated each other's shit. I'm gonna ask you if your parents were really fucking happy. Or did they have it out multiple times over because someone was putting up with someone else's shit? Someone was codependent and filling somebody else's voids and not feeling it was enough, and they're always disappointed in themselves and each other. Like, you need to ask yourself, where did these patterns come from? And forgive them. And forgive them for not knowing better, because their parents probably did the same shit. Gotta move past this. Gotta move past this. What's the remember card, Spirit, please? Codename Purple Daisies. Yeah, evolution. It's evolution. You gotta evolve. You have to evolve. Heart chakra, major heart chakra. Says, realize that obstacles are merely lessons on your path to love. Every single time you've hit that brick wall with the pattern, every single time, it's an obstacle on the path to loving yourself more, evolving into your independent, authentic self so that you can bring that to the table in a dynamic with someone else. They want a legit partner. They don't want to take care of someone. They want someone who can emotionally, mentally, spiritually take care of themselves. And when shit hits the fan in life and things happen, then you have a support system. But you don't need each other to be happy. You don't need each other to be happy. You enjoy that happiness is something that happens when you're with each other. But you don't not be happy because they're not around, or they're not giving you something that you are not giving yourself. Right. What else, Spirit, please? Yeah, the crumbling. What are you clinging to? Let your pattern crumble. Let it crumble. That's a major Tower card, right? That is the Tower card. Let it crumble. Your old patterns, let it go. Archangel Raguel. Clairsentience and clear feeling. Archangel Raguel is an archangel of justice and fairness. You got to trust your feelings. If you don't feel good, it's not because somebody else is doing that to you. It's because you created the experience to allow those energies to persist and those feelings to persist. Notice your reoccurring physical and emotional feelings as they signify divine guidance. If something doesn't feel right, it's your job. It's not anybody else's job to fix it. Call on Archangel Raguel to help balance the scales. Bring fairness and justice to the situation. If someone was giving and giving and giving to you for a while, or an emotional level that they can't do it anymore, call on Archangel Raguel so that you can get yourself up to par, so that you can return the energetic favor or generosity to whoever that was. Okay. The King of Cups. I hope that helps. I hope that helps, because that's a major reality check. You know? You want to find balance in your life and your experience. That's a major reality check. You know, like I said, I'm not trying to rag on you. It's just somebody has to. Somebody has to. That's why you guys come to me, right? Because I'm no sugarcoating. I say that shit like it is. I love you guys. So that was Codename Purple Daisies. We're moving on to Black Balloons. We're going to move on to Codename Black Balloons. And if you're not familiar with the song Black Balloons by the Goo Goo Dolls, you can definitely YouTube it. It is a good song. The lyrics might resonate with you if you resonated to this code name. All right. So here we go. We're going to start it at the 54-minute mark. And 15 seconds. Codename Black Balloons. Spirit, what is going on? Insight, please. Secret code name Black Balloons. What is going on? What is out of balance? What is going on? What is out of balance? One more shuffle. Codename Black Balloons. Spirit, please. Insight. What else? I'm instantly getting the feeling that you're holding on to something very immature. You might even be arguing with someone who is not considering you. They're too self-absorbed. And it's almost like you're fighting with them and it's just like falling on deaf ears. It's so immature. I don't care if they're a grown-ass man. I don't care if they're 80 years old. You can be 80 years old and immature as fuck because all you care about or think about is yourself and you're not considering other people. Don't get it twisted. Sometimes a 10-year-old has more maturity than a fucking grown-ass person. All right. Bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands. So you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I just heard empty threats. Empty threats. I heard empty threats clear as day. Maybe that's why this person's not taking you seriously and they only care about themselves because you don't have the balls to actually follow through with actually putting both feet out. Like, what are you holding on to that's immature? I got the Eight of Cups with the Princess of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. I wouldn't doubt that it has financial reasons behind it. Not wanting to actually see the change of you leaving the situation, but hoping that they change so that that situation can get better. I'm telling you, this person is not considering you. It's like a joke. It's like a joke. There's just constant arguing or fighting over the same thing because they're not listening to you. You're this empress that needs to work magic, right? You're this empress that needs to work magic. You are the divine feminine. You need to know when to walk away. You need to know when to create your own magic. You need to know how to express that, right? Magician is mercurial energy. This empress is Venusian energy. You have to be able to express that self-love and create the beauty of your reality by not being afraid to walk through the threshold. Top of the deck. Yeah, it's the Judgment. It's family related. Someone you have a lot of history with. It's like, I'm sorry, this is last call at the bar. This is last call. You can't keep having those empty threats. Being unhappy, fighting, making up. Same thing happens again. Fighting, making up. Like, do you like living that way? Because it is ridiculously immature. Between the Princess of Pentacles and the Knight of Wands underneath, this is someone who is, they will stay in that pattern forever. They're not at a loss. I'll put it that way. They will tolerate the argument and bullshit because they're not moving. They're not changing. They're not maturing. We've got an Empress here with a Knight of Wands. And the Empress is underneath the Four of Pentacles. It's the Empress trying to control a situation, trying to exert power in order to grow this person up. And this person's like, yeah, okay. You can keep complaining. You can keep complaining. She'll get over it in a week. She'll get over it. And you do? Like, you don't get over it, but you let it go and let it persist. Okay? But you let it go and let it persist. You've always got one foot in and one foot out. And that cycle needs to stop if you want to find your balance. Sometimes you gotta know what needs to quote unquote die and when to quote unquote resurrect it. When the time is right. Because this person, whoever they are, they really aren't taking you seriously. You have to create your own reality. You have to create your bliss, and you can't do it banking on them changing. You have to actually make a change. It's almost like calling their bluff, like, oh, you don't think I will? Because I know I haven't every other time that I said I would. But I think this time I actually will. And I'm not just going to go to my mom's or my friends for the night. I'm legit going to do this and do that because I just can't tolerate this anymore. I don't want to live that way. If that's okay for you, great. It's not okay for me. It's not okay for me. Technically, you're a piece of shit for allowing this to continue too and thinking it's a joke that I don't fucking matter when I care about you. I'm the goddamn Empress, right? You gotta ask yourself what you're doing. Someone's calling your bluff and they think it's funny, like, oh, they'll get over it. That's just them. Finances and career. Can you trust the universe? Yeah, I'm telling you, you're holding on for financial reasons. Trust the fucking universe. Trust when it comes to this stuff. Seriously. Do you really think if you stood up in your divine power that the universe would let you fucking fall and be homeless or some shit? Or that this whole put your foot down thing is not just a temporary thing. It's not a permanent forever. Oh my God, we'll never fix it. You might disappear for a fucking week and say, I'm not coming back. And they might completely do an about face like, whoa, didn't expect that. Didn't actually want them to fucking leave. Whoa. And that sparks the change in them. You know what I mean? But you can't have these empty threats. You're not going to be taken seriously with empty threats. You have to be prepared that if this person doesn't grow up, that you're going to be fine regardless. You'll find stability regardless. You'll be able to maintain your life and what you need regardless of them. You don't need them. See, they look at you like you need them, which is why they don't give a shit. They know you're not going to put both feet out that door. You've got to be able to call bullshit. No, yes, I fucking will. Right? However that means for you, yeah. Spontaneity, move beyond the constraints of the mind and freely and lovingly embrace new situations. Fucking do it. Universe is practically daring you to fucking do it. Do it. Do it. What have you got to lose? You already lost your fucking sanity. Because doing the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results, is insane. You've already lost your sanity. What else do you have to lose? What else do you have to lose? Free yourself. Free yourself of the pattern. With your light oracle. We've got two cards. We've got Lemuria. Yeah, create heaven on earth. Starseed, what lights you up? Make it happen. Create your heaven on earth. Make it happen. Straight up. You've got the power, Empress. You've got the power to create any reality you want. You got to move towards what lights you up. And that sometimes is taking a chance on the unknown. not knowing how it's going to go. But you know what? All you know is everything you've been doing is not what you want. So take a step towards what you want and trust the universe. What archangel is working with you and what message are they bringing? Archangel Jophiel, go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve your stress and gain new ideas. Go grounding. Archangel Jophiel is the archangel of beauty, and not just not physical beauty, but the beauty of life, right? The beauty of life. You can go outside and you can ground and you can hug a tree and you can breathe in fresh air and you can smell a flower and you can completely clear your energy. Do it often. Do it often, especially now, so that you can get clear on your thinking. When's the last time you really went outside and just appreciated the little things in nature? Truly looked at a flower and thought, God is amazing. Look at the beauty, the perfection of that flower. And I'm as divinely beautiful and perfect as that flower. Do I not deserve to be appreciated the way I'm appreciating that flower right now? Because I'm beautiful. I'm beautiful. I'm a beautiful person. I'm an empress. Work your magic. Work your magic, Empress. Don't doubt your power to change your life. Don't doubt. You're not going to burn everything down to the ground. You know what I mean? You're going to shake the shit up because it needs to be shaken the fuck up. It needs to. It needs to. Someone is making you fucking crazy and they're not growing up and they're not taking you serious. So make them know you're fucking serious. This is not a fucking game. My emotions aren't a game. My headspace isn't a game. This is not a fucking joke. My life is not a joke, and it feels like a joke. This feels like a joke. I'm not a fucking joke. Shame on you for treating me like that. Shame on you for treating me like that. Do what you need to do. Whether it's you leaving or them leaving, whatever the case may be, you'll know. It'll feel right. I'm telling you. You're going to kick yourself now every time you slip back into that pattern because you know I just called you on that shit. I just called you on that shit. Same fucking pattern. Break it. Break it. Someone's got to step away from that karmic loop. All right. Moving forward. Willow Trees. Codename Willow Trees. We're at the 1 hour. We're going to start at the 1 hour 8:18. All right. Codename Willow Trees. Yeah, I hope that helped. Codename Willow Trees. Spirit, please. Let's get some insight for secret codename Willow Trees and those who would resonate to this codename. What insight can you give me, please, for them? What is keeping them out of balance? What is going on? What is going on? Last shuffle. Ooh. We're going to keep that. What else? Okay. Ooh, the bottom of the deck is the Empress. Top of the deck is the Ace of Pentacles. Empress with the Ace of Pentacles. And we got a bunch of face down cards. Spirit had me keeping that way, which means there's things that you don't see. There's things going on that you can't necessarily see in your direct experience, okay? With the Empress on the bottom and the Ace of Pentacles at the top, I think you know you've earned it. I think you know you've earned it. I think you know it's coming. So if you're not feeling in balance right now, it's just simply because you don't see how. I'm being told to reassure you. Totally got pinged for Grandmother Willow, by the way, with Pocahontas when I got the code name. I don't think you realize just how much the universe is going to change your life. I think you're so used to seeing things a certain way, or so used to struggling with the 5 of coins, feeling like everything is on you and you're doing it by yourself. I don't think you realize just how much things are going to change with a partnership. When you reach that divine balance within the self, I think someone comes in to start giving to you. We're going to get into what these actually, and I do think it's a brand new actual start in the 3D, because we got Pentacles, Pentacles, and Pentacles. I think this is an upgrade. You are the Empress. You're balanced within yourself, and you know it. The 3D is catching up to you. The 3D is catching up to you. All right, so what can't we see? What's clarifying the Death card? The 5 of Wands. This is the end of conflict. You can't see it yet, but this is the end of internal conflict. You're manifesting some major receptivity. It's like you hit that balanced place within the self. Hold that vibration. Don't doubt because you can't see it that it's not coming. Once you reach it here, the outer experience catches up to show you what are we missing. Yeah. Underneath the 5 of Pentacles was the 5 of Cups. So not only did you feel like you had to do it all on your own, this is emotional loss too. So it's like you took a major hit, feeling like major abandonment, like you were the only one putting forth an effort all the time. It was always you, always you, always you, always you. And you've retreated into yourself, right? Because literally we've got double 5s. You want to talk about mirroring? Double 5s and double 4s. 4 of Wands, 4 of Swords. You absolutely retreated into yourself. You took that time and space for yourself. You decided to give yourself that cup of love, and that's what's manifesting in your reality. Someone is going to be coming forward, not just with this Ace of Pentacles, but there's love there. There's value and gratitude there. Major giving. It's like an outpour, right? It's an outpour. Someone wants to give to you all that you have expended already for others, whether it's from someone you know or from someone completely new. You're manifesting the return. You're manifesting the karmic return for all that you poured out, for all that was on you the whole time. It's coming back to you now. You've absolutely fucking earned it. Queen of Fire is a manifesting queen. She is fucking magic. You are completely transforming away from the inner conflict. You know your worth, you know your value, and someone else is absolutely seeing your worth and seeing your value, and they are giving you what you are worth because they value you. Hey. Hey. Shit. That's fucking awesome. See, you can't see it. You can't see it. It is right there. You've done the inner work, my darling. You have done the inner work. Heart-to-heart conversations. Expect that. Heart-to-heart conversations with whoever this person is, new or old, it doesn't matter. Expect some serious truth. I think someone is raining down appreciation and gratitude. Like, you're exactly the person that they want. They know you. Even if they don't know you, they know you. They're reading your energy. They're realizing you're just like them. You're just like them. Which is why they so greatly appreciate you, because I think they've gone through the same thing. I think they've gone through the same energy, right? This 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. I think they've gone through the same shit. I think they're really connecting with you, and they're like, oh my God, like, and you're single? What? What? Say that to me again. It just sounded so sweet to my ears. Like, say that again. What? Oh, you like me too? Oh, that's perfect. Like, trying to hide it. I feel like I want to blush. Like, my stomach's in butterflies. Like, they can't believe their good luck. They can't believe their good luck because you've both experienced such misfortune. I think you've both taken time to be on your own. I think you've both taken that time to reflect within the self and get clear on what you want. Like, you're not jumping into a dynamic with someone who's fresh out of one, you know what I mean? Like, this is someone who went through a heartbreaking situation and took the time to reestablish themselves so that they're not, it's not like a rebound situation, you know what I mean? This is someone who stayed single because they knew what the fuck they wanted to find, and they found you. Yeah, you're evolving. You're going to have all kinds of creative energy. Like, you're going to be massively inspired. You're going to be massively inspired. And I think that you're going to return that inspiration to someone else as well. I think you're evolving with each other. I think you're going to feed each other's creative energy, like that spark of wanting to get things done, wanting to do, wanting to, this is the kind of person, like, I shit you not, they might want to move in with you within matter of a few months. You know what I mean? And it's like, don't hesitate. It's clicking, like, it's clicking like that. It's clicking like that. Don't doubt it. It's clicking. Go with it. Go with it. It's totally clicking. I'm here, like, reaffirmed, right? Over and over. My angels are reaffirming it. It's clicking like that. What else, Spirit, please? Yeah, play, have fun, celebrate. You can't get any more better cards than this. You can't get better cards than this. This is like a total moment where it's like the universe didn't overlook me because I didn't overlook me. And you're reaping the rewards of that. Hardcore. You and someone else are going to be really beautiful gifts to each other. What else, please, Spirit? What archangel message would like to come through for secret code name Willow Trees? Yeah. Archangel Gabriel and leadership. Don't be afraid to tell someone that you really like them, because they're probably honestly really fucking shy if they've gone through the same kind of stuff you've gone through. So if you really do enjoy their company, or you really do just like their energy and you don't know why, like, it's okay to say that to them. Like, I know I don't know you like that, but I really like your energy. Like, I just really like being around you. Like, do you want to catch up doing this sometime or that sometime? Like, it's okay to take the lead, because you're gonna sense it. It's time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Like, you already know your value and your worth, and I think as soon as you pick up on that in someone else, they're gonna be like, oh my God, they see me. Oh my God, they see me for who I am. And instead of treating me like trash, they're complimenting me, and they want more of me. You know what I mean? They're not taking advantage of me or exploiting it. You know what I mean? Genuinely good person. Genuinely good person. Oh God, it warms my heart space. It warms my heart space. I'm so happy for you. That's great. That's great. That might be the best fucking reading we've had so far tonight. Really, that was super easy. Much like that relationship's going to be super easy. That's wonderful. Really, God knows you deserve it. You deserve it. All right. Hey. Moving on. Really, that's confirmation. I know I can feel your energy. I can feel it right through the freaking phone. Really. You've got some beautiful karmic payout coming to you. Beautiful karma. That's awesome. That's awesome. Congrats. Congrats. All right, so moving on to Little Red Sports Car. We're at the 1 hour and 21 minute mark. All right. Little Red Sports Car, code name, Little Red Sports Car. And those who would resonate to it, right? Thanks. Thank you, thank you. Little Red Sports Car. Spirit, please, let's get some insights. See, this is the find your balance. I'm just saying right now, the find your balance, you found it in here, that's reflecting in your outer. You're gonna find your counterpart. It's gonna be I feel like it's just gonna be someone you're gonna resonate with for a very, very, very long time. Super supportive people in each other's lives. Okay. Getting back. All right, we'll start it. We'll do 122. We'll start at 1 hour 22 minutes for Little Red Sports Car. Boom. All right. So here we go. One more shuffle. For Little Red Sports Car and those who would be drawn or resonate to that code name. What else? Jesus. All right. What else? Bottom of the deck is the 9 of Wands. Top of the deck is the Knight of Swords. I'm just going to put this out there. If someone's been drinking, don't get in the car with them. Likewise, if you have a weird feeling about going out or going somewhere at a certain time, even if you or the people you're with aren't, be very aware that someone else on the road may be drinking. Particularly in Gemini season. If you're getting those pings, something's telling me not to go, or to wait 10 minutes before I leave, like you don't know why you're okay with being late. Trust yourself, you might be dodging a bullet, okay? quite literally like an accident kind of bullet. I don't predict stuff like that often. So when I get those pings to say stuff like that, like, don't be nervous, just trust yourself and avoid that scenario, or you wouldn't be getting that message. Likewise, if you see like little red sports car in front of you, you know, when you're driving, or behind you in your rear view mirror, like, just be real, pay particular attention. It's avoidable. Okay? It's avoidable when you listen to yourself. Be really weary. Okay. To the rest of the message. No. Okay. Nine of Wands is Wounded Warrior, and the Knight of Swords. I'm getting, because this is like communication energy. Someone who's who needs an ear because they're at their wits' end. Okay, you might be receiving communication from someone who's at their wits' end and doesn't know what to do. I don't know why I keep getting this ping like substances are involved. Doesn't even necessarily have to be alcohol. Listen, I feel like someone's going to call you or message you. No, they're calling you in a rough state. Okay, be prepared. Be prepared. Okay, with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, this is someone who sabotages themselves. Okay, and I don't feel like it's you. Someone who sabotages themselves. You might even get that phone call from someone who shouldn't be driving, who's about to drive, or they are driving when they shouldn't be, and it's like, what do you do? Sorry, I wasn't necessarily prepared to give a message like this, because we got the Three of Swords with the Two of Swords after the Ten of Swords, and needing to walk away with the Eight of Cups. Because someone's reckless. Knight of Wands. Someone's reckless. And I'm definitely getting like a strong masculine energy. With the two knights, I mean, there's no feminine energy on any of these cards. Someone with the Tower card, I'm so sorry, I'm pinging a crash. I don't know if it's with another car or if it's with a tree, like, I don't know, but someone's crashing into, I feel like someone's crashing into something. But it's almost like with the Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Swords, like, they needed to see how they were deceiving themselves, how they were robbing themselves of life. This is like a wake-up call. Might be someone you've had a relationship with in the past. Doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be family. Definitely a masculine energy. just don't be surprised. That might be the single reason why you have this reading, is so that you're not distraught, because you already kind of anticipated that would happen. And you need to be able to breathe, and you need to be able to respond, and you need to be able to not lose your own head, right? Not lose your own head in it, that you would be able to continue moving and do what needs to get done. What other card, please, Spirit? What card above all other cards? What else do we need to know? Separation, trust. I'm sorry, I'm having a really hard time wanting to even say any of this out loud. Because there's a lot of angelic presence on the cards. And here's again the Knight, you know what I mean? The Knight's on the cards. But it's almost like she's dreaming. And it's almost like he's not there. There's like this mist in the room. If you're separated from someone because of this kind of issue, like, please trust it'll be okay. Law of cause and effect. Be aware that the love you create in your thoughts is an agent of change in the foundation of your results. You can't let someone else's choices affect your life. Detachments on the bottom. You can't let someone else's choices affect your life. Like, you know, you create your own reality and they create their own reality, and there's nothing that you can do about that. A lot of air energy. Lots of air. They might have really strong air in their chart. Someone who's reckless with their choices. Like, they're like, oh, whatever, it doesn't matter, I don't care, it doesn't matter, whatever. And they just do what they do. But there's a reason why they manifested this experience. You know what I mean? There's a reason why it manifested, and it's because of that kind of attitude, and there's nothing that you could have done to actually prevent it. Because it ultimately comes down to their choice. Because you could speak to them until you're blue in the face if you wanted to, but it wouldn't matter if they didn't listen. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Breaking the chain. It's ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. It's almost like one person leaves your life, like the Knight leaves your life, and you got to trust someone new is coming in, because you're it's rewriting the future. Breaking the pattern of something, making it impossible to go back, making it impossible to repeat. I'm getting permanent changes. All right, angels. What card above all other cards? What archangel and what message would they like to bring forward, please? It's a victory. Archangel Sandalphon. Your prayers have been heard and answered. Have faith. Have faith. You might be getting pings. Yeah, you might be getting pings from songs after this event, because whenever you know, if it were to result in a death, which the Ten of Swords can sometimes mean, okay, especially with the Tower card near it, they needed to escape that mental mindset that they couldn't break, and they, wherever they were at or wherever they're doing whatever their capabilities were, it's almost like once they're out of the cycle they're in, they are going to see everything clearly, whether they're still here on this earth plane or they're up there in you know, the higher realm of things. They're going to see everything clearly one way or the other, and they're going to be letting you know in some way that they're okay, and it's probably through music, and they're probably going to end up being a very significant guardian in your life if it's from up there. I'm so sorry, that was not a message I planned on giving, and my guides wouldn't let me say it any other way. There was no way I can get around that message. I'm sorry. I hope that helps you later in hindsight, right? Because I don't think that's something that could it's not your fault. It's not anything that you could necessarily avoid. I mean, if you're getting pings not to go somewhere or be somewhere, to wait 10 minutes before you go, like, there's a reason why. There's a reason why. And you might not be able to say to somebody, no, I'm getting this ping, don't leave yet, wait 10 minutes. And they might say, no, I can't wait, I have to be there at this time, or I told them I'd be home at this time, or what does it matter? You know, they might, you know, blow you off, you know what I mean? When you're getting this intuition saying, hey, like, don't, you know what I mean? And what are you going to do? Tell them, well, you might get in a car accident, you know what I mean? You might crash, and they're going to be like, yeah, whatever, I'll be fine. You know what I mean? Like, they won't actually listen. They won't actually listen. You'll listen, you know what I mean? You'll listen to your intuition, but they're not tuned in. Ugh. Really? Okay. I gotta smudge myself real quick after that one. Just give me a minute, guys. Okay. That was a lot. You know, it's unfortunate. It's just, I mean, you can't have life without death. It's kind of an unavoidable thing. Everybody eventually passes, you know, and when it's someone's time, it's someone's time. Because that's just it's universal law of cause and effect. Like you manifest what you manifest, and everybody's responsible for what they manifest. Nobody's responsible for what anybody else creates. We all have choices. All right. I'm going to send love and support your way. And to whoever they are. Okay. Let me clear the deck real good. We're going to get into Rainbow Cloud Sunset. Codename Rainbow Cloud Sunset. We're at the 142. All right. 142. Rainbow Cloud Sunset. Okay. Here we go. Spirit, please. What insights can we get for what's either keeping Rainbow Cloud Sunset out of balance, or why, what I guess could happen that would throw them out of balance, right? Shit. Rainbow Cloud Sunset. What insight, please, Spirit? For Rainbow Cloud Sunset. That's good. What message, please, Spirit? What insight? For secret codename Rainbow Cloud Sunset and those who would resonate to this particular reading. What else? What else? For Rainbow Cloud Sunset. What else? What else? Clarify that card for me, please. All right, bottom of the deck is the Princess of Pentacles. Top of the deck is the Ten of Cups. Bottom of the deck is the Princess of Pentacles, and the top of the deck is the Ten of Cups, which is emotional fulfillment. This is a dream come true card. I'm picking up the idea of kids, okay? I've got two princesses here. I'm getting this feeling like someone absolutely wants to have kids. Or they just really love kids, being around kids. I'm also feeling like someone is looking at you like you're innocent, okay? Like your own innocence is attractive to them. Naivete. It's like you don't even see it. With the Moon card here, this person might be in the shadows, meaning they're not on your radar. I think with the Knight of Pentacles here, I think they have been very slow moving. I think they've needed to shift perspectives with the Hanged Man. With the Ace of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles, I think you make it very crystal clear that you are independent and that you don't need anybody. You are your own person, and it speaks for itself. With the Ten of Swords in reverse, clarified by the Princess of Wands and the Eight of Swords reversed, someone's finding the balls. Someone's finding their balls. Quote unquote, right? Metaphorically speaking. Someone's getting courage. Someone's been trying to convince themselves to take the lead for a very long time. Because they look at you like you shine. I know we've had this mysterious person show up in readings for you before. And chivalry's not dead. I just heard, and chivalry's not dead. Which is maybe why they're so nervous, because they're very traditional in that sense. And they know you're different. They love that you're different. You might even make them feel like a child. You know what I mean? Like that butterflies in the stomach. I don't think they've let on at all that you have that kind of power over them. Like this moon goddess energy. They might even like buy you flowers or gift you a flower. Or they already have. If they already have. Even if it was like they pulled a dandelion or something, you know what I mean? Like they pulled a flower out of the ground and thought it was pretty and they gave it to you kind of thing. Like they're trying to read you. I think you have a feeling. Or have gotten that intuitive ping before. I don't think you're wrong. I think someone's getting out of their mind about it. I think someone's getting out of their mind about it. What else, Spirit, please? The Romance Angel Oracle. What else do we need to know about this? Finding balance. This could be the one. Soul recognition. I'm telling you. There's someone who has had their eye on you for a long time. They look at you like you are the best thing ever. It's almost like they're wondering if they're good enough for you. Like they are, but they've been going through the process of wondering if they're good enough for you. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. You already know them. You've already met them. And yet I feel like you have no idea. This person wants to court you properly. Like they legit want to do the right thing. Like they want to take you out on a date. They want to treat you like buying flowers. Like their chivalry's not dead. What else? What needs to be remembered, Spirit? Compassion. You demonstrate the language of the heart by actively sharing and living love. See, you are living in that love vibration. You've held compassion for yourself, like this unwillingness to settle and just be light and independent with the Nine of Pentacles. Like that's your truth with the Ace of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. That's your truth. I think someone's getting ready to share themselves with you. It's almost like you guys make each other feel like kids again. You might even both be nervous, like back in high school type shit. You know what I mean? Like, soul family. They're your tribe. You don't have to do this life thing alone. And there's mirroring on this card. The symmetry of the card, there's mirroring. Whales and dolphins. This is someone that you've known in past lives too. They come in and you guys, you see, once this person steps forward, because they have been really slow coming, okay? They've been at a stalemate with themselves, with the Hanged Man, trying to gain the courage. What archangel is coming forward for you and with what message? They're nervous. My God, they're so nervous. It's too many. They're nervous. Like they see you as this powerful individual and they You intimidate them. Hello from heaven, Archangel Azrael. Your loved ones in heaven are doing fine. Let go of worries and feel their blessings. I feel like if you've had family that's passed away, that you've like prayed to them or you talked to them, I'm specifically getting like a grandmother kind of energy. Like they're looking out for you. And I feel like they're working with whoever this person is. I feel like this person has legit pictured what it would be like to have a family with you, like kids with you. They've run the gamut of fantasies, right? They really have. And it was just a 11555 on my timer. You've got something new starting, and it's change. This could be the one. Don't be surprised. Do not be surprised. Someone comes forward and they're super uber shy. You might legit make them blush or even trip over their words. Like they might get nervous and not know what to say. They're just, it's almost like this fascination. They have this fascination with you. I don't want to say they're obsessed, but they kind of are, but in a good way. You know what I mean? Like it's not a negative obsession. It's like they're just completely entranced. Like you're the only person, like you're the only person that they think about future with. I feel like they've been thinking this way for a really long time. Like they love who you've become. Your metamorphosis, your transformation. It's like you've inspired them. Oh, you keep me posted. You keep me posted. I don't feel like this person's going to linger in the shadows much longer. Be aware if someone gifts you a flower or has gifted you flowers in the past. Because I feel a very strong connection with that. And I heard it again, chivalry's not dead. Not for them. You legitimately mean something to them. They want to get to know you more. They want to know everything. They want to know everything. All right. I hope that helps. You're finding something. Something's coming into balance. All right, moving on. Codename Quoth The Raven. And that was definitely Edgar Allan Poe, right? The poem, The Raven. And I did, after I got pinged for that code name, we're going to start this at the 1 hour and 59 minute mark for Quoth The Raven. I feel like with the code name and the poem, it's almost like everything in the outer experience or everything in history, because ravens represent ancestors, like ancestral guidance. It's like everything in your history would tell you nevermore, and yet it's not dead for you. You know what I mean? As much as everybody else is telling you it's dead, as much as the reality would tell you that it's dead, it's not actually dead for you. Because in the poem, he gets frustrated with the raven. You know what I mean? He does. He gets frustrated. The person in the poem gets frustrated with the raven. Keeps saying nevermore. And he's like, you know, what do you want from me? You keep telling me, you know, all these outside influences are telling you like it's never going to happen, it's never going to happen, it's never going to happen, that it's replaying in your mind, and yet it's not dead for you. All right, let's get into the cards. Shall we? Let's get into the cards. So let's see here. Codename Quoth the Raven, and those who would resonate to this code name. Spirit, let's get some insight, please. Let's get some insight for Quoth the Raven. Quoth the Raven. What is going on? What is going on? One more shuffle. All right, here we go. Finding the balance. What is going on? What is going on? Quoth the Raven. What else? What else? Okay. We got the Death card on the bottom, so major transformation is the underlying energy. The Knight of Cups is on the top of the deck. We also have the Knight of Swords here. And I'm feeling like someone does want to rush in and say something, like an emotional truth. They might be too proud and self-protective, but someone's emotions are definitely there. But they're shielding themselves with pride, and they're not facing it head on. Because I'm just picking up on the crab and the peacock energy here. You might be getting those synchronicities of crabs and or peacocks, peacock feathers. Something's transforming with this, okay? Something's transforming with this. Now, we do have the Knight of Swords. Underneath of that is the Two of Wands. So I feel like someone wants to communicate, but they're like 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So like I said, I think that their pride, like their ego, their pride, and trying to protect themselves from being rejected is getting in the way of the communication right now, but someone's contemplating it and thinking about it. They feel like you're not looking at them. They feel like you're not looking at them. They feel like you're focusing on your own independence, and they see and have noticed that you haven't moved on from them. They see that you're single. They know. And they see that you haven't moved on to anybody else, which is why they're contemplating talking to you this King of Swords. This King of Swords. He has like an old pirate's type sword in one hand and like a sickle in the other. And he's got all these little fairy beings around him. I think there's definitely something holding them back, something that they feel chained to, obligated to. And they're not making an effort because of that. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. They're not making an effort because of that. They're obligated to something. They're protecting themselves. They're possibly protecting children or considering children. But they've noticed that you haven't moved on, that you're not with someone else. And it's got them thinking. I got like goosebumps all over my, like a whole like electricity just running through my body. It excites them to know that you're single. And the more you're in this Queen of Pentacles energy, you're putting out this power energy on your own. It's very attractive to them. It's transforming their headspace. They're seeing the power of you, that you created that independence and broke those chains. And they're wondering if they could do the same thing. They're not where you are yet. But they see that you got there. And your own independence is helping them mentally transform. It's almost like the longer you stay independent and the longer you focus on yourself and you just do your thing, the more they actually want to reach out to you. You've got someone watching you. Someone's watching you. And they're impressed, and you're making them wonder just how strong they can be. They're your one. Soul recognition. You already know who I'm talking about. I know you know who I'm talking about, especially with Quoth The Raven. It's the undying love, right? That nothing in the outer experience could tell you otherwise. They're watching you. They know. You just keep doing your thing. You just keep doing you. You just keep shining. Keep focusing on yourself. And know they are watching. And them watching you bloom and blossom is what's driving them and their energy towards you. I've got a few cards here. Yeah, we got spontaneity, forgiveness, and cooperation. All right. Remember, move beyond the constraints of the mind. Don't have attachments to time, right, and circumstance, or try to control it like it needs to happen faster or your way. It's already happening. It's already happening. Be able to forgive them. Be able to forgive the circumstance or the situation. Release past hurts. With the forgiveness cards, release past hurts. And know, like with cooperation in your quest to manifest the energy of love, you realize that every person and experience has value. And I think they're doing the same thing. they're realizing beyond the constraints of their mind, right? King of Swords. They can forgive the past too. I definitely feel like you're inspiring someone. What else, Spirit, please? Yeah, someone's awakening. I shit you not. Someone's coming out of their dark place when it comes to the mind and feeling obligated. Someone's waking up. They're being upgraded. They're integrating a new way of being. They're going through the healing process, watching you go through your transformation and your own healing process. Like, they're watching your transformation. The Death card, like, they're watching your old cycles end, and they're seeing that you're maintaining a new one, like you've transformed, and you're not necessarily diving into anything else without them, because you know in your heart to hearts, and you're not lying to yourself, which means they can't lie to themselves either. Yeah, Archangel Azrael. You've got angels up there working with you, and so do they, to help this manifest. Wow. Let go of worries and feel the loving blessings. You're doing fine. Don't doubt. Just because the reality looks the way it does, don't doubt. You doing your own thing and you being independent and creating your own abundance and just being your own beautiful self, not getting tied up with anybody else, because you know. It's manifesting the result, okay? It's manifesting the result. You just keep doing you. There's a lot of lust. I'm just getting a really strong lustful energy off this card too. Fantasizing about the fire, fantasizing about the passion. It's almost like knowing that you're single makes them worried that you might not stay single that long. You know what I mean? Like, they know that you've done it and you are, but it's making them wonder. It's making them think. They don't like that someone could snatch you up. You know what I mean? They just don't like that. Because you're their one. You know what I mean? They don't like the idea of somebody else snatching you up. They know you're not moving on. They know you're not finding someone else. And so it's like they're feeling the pressure of time, which is why you don't need to. Because it's already happening. So I hope that helps. Get you back in balance and alignment with yourself. Like, you needed to know that. You need to know that this person that is your one is watching. They're aware. And you're inspiring them, even if you can't see that. Because they're locked in a situation still at present. Something they're obligated to. But you've got them thinking, right? You've got them thinking. Okay. Moving forward, we're going to do codename Bridges. Bridges and then Hummingbird. So once the last two readings are done, like I said, I'm going to go back and put the timestamps in after the video processes, because I have to wait for a processing time. And once I do that, I'll have all the code names in the description and the comments, so you guys can fast forward to whatever readings you resonate to. So we're doing codename Bridges. This is the 2 hour and 14 minutes and 42 seconds. All right. Codename Bridges. secret code name Bridges and those who would resonate to this reading. All right, Spirit. What insights can you give me for code name Bridges and those who would resonate to the reading? What's going on? What is going on for code name Bridges? What is going on for code name Bridges? We've got a lot of communication tonight. What else? Okay. We have the Knight of Cups on the bottom with the Ace of Wands on top. We've got two other knights on the board with the Chariot card in between them. I'm feeling as though I'm just hearing cocky. I think someone wants a new beginning with you. Someone's offering like an emotional or heartfelt communication, wanting to spark something with you. Lots of Cancerian energy. So we've got multiple crabs on this card here. And we've got the Chariot here with the crab on that card as well. And the Chariot's in between the two knights, and I do feel like the knights are... I feel like they're all the same person. Okay. I don't feel like they're in the right headspace, especially with the Knight of Wands in the reverse. Knight of Wands in reverse is someone who is fucking careless, reckless and careless. Like hardcore. It's a Sagittarian Scorpio energy. I feel like there's no actual attraction there, okay? With the Three of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles, this is something you were contracted to make an effort towards in this lifetime. Not towards as like being with them, but towards healing. I think you've given enough to this person with the Six of Pentacles followed by the Three of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Five of Swords. This is someone who's a burden, someone who, you know, has emotionally broke your heart. Five of Swords, someone who is very conflict-oriented or conflict-driven. They like to argue. They like to, I'm getting like this fuck with your head kind of energy. They're feeling defeated, they're feeling oppressed, they're feeling sorrow. Don't be surprised if you hear from them. Like they don't understand. It's almost like I'll use this analogy. Let's just say you own a dog and you can't actually take care of the dog anymore, right? You can't actually take care of the dog anymore. So you drop it off at a shelter, right? You drop it off at a shelter, an adoption center, and the dog looks at you like, all right, like, I'll see you when you get back. You know what I mean? Like, I'll see you when you get back. Like it's a vet visit or something. You know what I mean? Like they're going to the vet. But you're not actually coming back, and the dog doesn't understand. Like, what do you mean? They don't understand. I don't think this person wants to accept that you're not necessarily coming back. You know what I mean? Like, you can't take care of them anymore. It's too burdensome. It's too much mind games and heartbreak. And it's the end of it. Like, they haven't wrapped their head around that yet. And with the 3 nights, like, they want to talk to you. But I think if you do end up talking to them, it's like, listen, it is done. I think their intentions are well. I think they're legitimately hurt. I honest to God think they're legitimately hurt, like a lost puppy. I just want to, that's the kind of analogy I'm getting. It's like they're like a lost dog who doesn't know why the owner that they love is not coming back. They might even be coming forward with a legit compromise. And I just don't see you buying into any of that. Like, they want to make an effort now, but there's no kings on this board. You know what I mean? There's no kings, there's no emperor, there's knights, and one's in reverse. They don't understand. It's like you're dealing with someone who's mentally, emotionally, like 3D reality stunted. They're not making progress past a certain point. They're like, it's like the dog sitting there, like, just, you know, like a whimpering pup. Like, they just don't. It's like you're looking for a Great Dane and they're a fucking Chihuahua. You know what I mean? Like, they're not. They don't understand why they're not enough. They don't understand why they're not enough. They were always enough before. They don't understand why they're not enough or why you won't have them. They really legit don't get it. Universe has your back, deck. Here's that reading. This is why I was called to this deck. What is it? What do you need to remember? What does the divine want to chime in? I knew this deck was going to come out for one reading. Here we go. What is it, Spirit? For codename Bridges, what do they need to hear? The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. You already know what you need to do or what needs to be said. Or what needs to be done. Like, it's almost like they won't believe that you moved on until you legitimately have. Like with someone else. Like when you get your Great Dane. You know what I mean? When you realign yourself with love and allowing someone king status into your life, that's when it'll click, when they see you happy with someone else, that you really aren't coming back. Because as long as you're single, or as long as you're not officially with anybody else, they don't understand why you're not coming back to them or allowing them back into your life. It's like they've convinced themselves there's still something there. They're convinced, and there's just not. Got the wedding card. This is sacred union within. Because I was pulling these cards as yourself. Like, you've already married yourself. You might not have moved on with someone else, but you've married yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you don't need anybody else. I don't think they'll actually understand legit until like you're official with someone. I'm just hearing official. They may have been your soul spouse in another lifetime or multiple other lifetimes, which is why they don't understand why this one's different. Why this cycle's different, and it's because the effort's being made with this contract in this lifetime that's different for a reason, to get out of the oppression, to get out of the heartbreak, to get out of the arguments. I feel like that was the pattern multiple times over. Remember, you love to devise new ideas, innovations, and forms of illumination with creativity. I think this person might legit be trying to get creative, but as far as this is in regards to you, I feel like how you go about communicating it, because it's almost like this person, unless you're married, this person's not going to buy it. Whoever this knight is. Like, if you're not married to somebody else, they're going to think they have a shot. You know what I mean? Like, they're going to think they have a shot. And it's like you almost have to get creative with how you express the truth to them, because no matter how many times you've said it to them before, it's not sinking in. Yeah. And it needs to crumble. The Tower. What are you clinging on to? You know, when this card comes out, it's almost like you have to let them shatter. You gotta let them shatter. And I'm not getting like being mean to them. It's almost like calling in spirit to help you with the words you need when you need to speak them. You know, it's like calling in Archangel Gabriel to give you the words that you need to speak, and calling in Archangel Michael to protect you as you speak them in the highest good of both of you. You know, to make sure that it's crystal clear, so that this person, because I feel like this person would legit wait the rest of their life. They would wait the rest of their life in denial, straight up that you're gone. They're trying to create a bridge. They're trying to reconnect with you, but you're on two completely different land masses. You know what I mean? Like, you almost have to meet them halfway somewhere with the truth and be like, listen, you know what I mean? Like, respectfully, I know that you're in pain, you know what I mean? Like, and thinking that this is going to reestablish itself. The only reason I'm answering is because you really do need to let me go. It really is over. It really is over. I can't keep getting these messages and feel good about you thinking that there's a shot when there really isn't. Like, you're only hurting yourself. And I can't answer you anymore because I don't want to. You know what I mean? Archangel Shamuel. That's hard. Beloved one, this is my Twin Flames card. I'm helping you with your spiritual soulmate relationship. I think when this door closes, call on Archangel Shamuel to help bring and restore balance and harmony to the dynamic between the two of you. Because I feel like once this contract is completely closed and that final effort is made, that you can give one more time in the vibration of truth over heartache and burden and oppression and fighting. Like, when you can officially close it, I think that's when you meet your divine counterpart, because this is this, you know, sacred union within the self. Someone's going to get some really harsh truth. Not that the words themselves are harsh. It's just, it's not what they're ready to register, right? It's like, it's almost like they're looking at you like they just, it's not clicking, you know what I mean? It's not registering. They don't want to hear it. It's like short circuiting, you know what I mean? It's short circuiting. They can't believe it. You know what I mean? Like, literally, like, I want to shake. Like, they can't believe it. But they have to go through that, right? They have to go through the crumbling. So you might need to get really, really call on your angels to talk to them, because I feel like you're talking with someone who, I don't want to say they're dumb, but they can't register it, you know what I mean? Like, they're stunted. I was getting that stunted energy. And it has to heal, right? That has to heal for them. And I think once it does, and it's finally closed, I think you're going to end up meeting your 1-1. You know what I mean? The person that's more aligned with you, that's not all about this bullshit energy, you know what I mean? This person really needs to understand the ramifications of the choices that they made, being reckless, being too slow, like they took too much fucking time and they never grew up. They didn't mature, they didn't evolve with you. They're stunted. I don't even feel like this person is necessarily capable of being on your level in this lifetime. And I think you know that too. I know you know that too. And it's like you almost feel bad, you know what I mean? You almost feel bad for them in a sense, because you realize like they're catching it too late, but they're still like, it's just off-putting, you know what I mean? It's like they're dumb, you know what? But I don't want to say that, because it's like, it's not necessarily, it's, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? It's just, it's like you're talking to someone who's challenged. You know what I mean? It's like they're mentally, emotionally challenged, and they just don't get it. It doesn't register. It just doesn't register. Person needs fucking prayers. Yeah, it's a shame. Because I feel like you can't really make it any clearer to them, but it's like, it's not computing. You know what I mean? It's not computing. All right. Be prepared for that. Might throw you off balance, right? And this is what the Find Your Balance readings are. It might throw you off balance. You might actually legit have to respond and be really clear with them and cut it off. All right. Moving on. Last code name is codename Hummingbird. So we're going to start, it is at the 2 hour and 36-minute mark. All right, codename Hummingbird. And those who would resonate to this reading, codename Hummingbird. Spirit, give me some insight, please, for codename Hummingbird and those who would resonate to that codename. What is going on? Codename Hummingbird. And those who would resonate to this reading. Last shuffle. All right. What's going on, Spirit? Codename Hummingbird. What else? Bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles. Top of the deck is the Two of Wands. And we've got the Three of Wands here. Past life relationship, soulmate kind of stuff, long time connection, 6 and 2 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles, High Priestess, 8 of Swords, 10 of Wands, Princess of Wands. I'm getting there's almost this conflict about whether or not to move and or travel. Whether it's you or someone else. I'm inclined to say it might even be both. All right. Underlying issues is trying to control the situation, and Two of Wands is having 1 foot in and 1 foot out the door. Not knowing what to do, knowing what you want, but not knowing if you can override the fear in order to get to the new horizon and actually make the jump. I think you want to reinvent the self and create a new life. I think you want to be giving. I think you also want to receive beautiful energy from another. I think you know you might have to move to get it, whether it's short distance or long distance, but there's this movement with the Three of Wands. When it comes to someone who you have a very serious past life connection with, you know they're a soulmate, but there's a lot of almost like a oppression of the self when it comes to receiving it. So it's almost like you have to ask yourself, why don't you deserve to be with them? Are they not worth it? Are they not worth it? Hummingbirds, if you look up hummingbird medicine, they have a lot to do with joy, a lot even to do with luck, like the playful things in life. Like hummingbird energy is really light and airy and beautiful. It's taking in the sweetness of life. You almost have to ask yourself, why are you depriving yourself of this? When you intuitively know that everything you want is coming out of it, that they bring out the best in you and you bring out the best in them, why would you deny yourself the experience with them because of distance? Because of an unwillingness to move? Because I don't see money being an issue, to be completely fair. I think you might be holding on to what you have and worried that you might not get it back or you might not find what you're looking for, but I don't think that's a problem with the Queen of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles at all. I think you're trapped in your head about actually growing up and going for the real relationship or the real dream. You shine here. I think you already intuitively know how much it would work. You got to make the effort. You're holding on to this thing where maybe someone else has to make an effort. Like, I think it's mutual. Eight of Wands, you're getting that ping from Spirit. You're getting the ping. You know, I think you needed this confirmation. I think this whole reading is just to confirm for you, like, you might need to take that move. You might need to make the move. I mean, everything on these cards lets me know that there's nothing but joy, prosperity, and a seriously deep relationship with someone that you're oppressing yourself from, that you're denying yourself from having. And you got to ask yourself why you don't feel deserving of it, or why that person doesn't deserve the love that you're capable of giving them. Yeah, how are you not facing your deep inner truth? Stop lying to yourself. This is the deception card because you're lying to yourself. How are you lying to yourself? Why? You're deceiving yourself. This person is everything and you're their everything. So why are you making excuses? How are you not facing your deep inner truths? What I wrote on the card. Stop lying to yourself. Stop deceiving yourself. There's nothing here that says you should not be going for it, and everything that says you should be. What do you need to remember? Loyalty. Remember, your reliability demonstrates your loving sense of devotion and consistency of being. They're loyal and so are you. Whether it's a person or a circumstance, this was always meant to be. I think whatever it is, you need to go for it. Hands down. Like beyond, like no doubt. Show up and be consistent. Because it's going to set the tone for the rest of everything moving forward, and it's going to be beautiful. There's so much love here, like not just any love, but deep love. Deep. Deeper than you're obviously letting yourself go. It's almost like you're in denial that it is what it is, and you'll just find somebody else, or they'll just find somebody else and then move on. Like that's not the point or the case. Yes, just say yes. How much more confirmation do you need? Just say yes. Just do it. Go for it. Let yourself go there. Let yourself go there. Why do you not deserve it? Why? What excuse are you making? What excuse are you making? Stop that. What archangel would like to speak to you with what message? Yeah, this is a gift. You don't need to rush. You know what I mean? This is divine order. This is divine order. This is the balancing of scales from all these past lives that you've had with this person. Like, this is the gift. The gift from God that you've been praying for. You have your whole life to find somebody like this, but they're too far away kind of thing. Like, then don't make them so far away. Take the steps you need to take to get there. You don't have to drop everything next week, but you might have to actually make the choice to do it like today. And then start taking the steps. Establish the yes today. Establish the yes today. And recognize that there are steps that need to be taken if you're going to get to wherever they are. And it will absolutely fucking work. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past illusion and see the underlying order. The reason why you're not with them right now is because you needed to realize that you deserve what they are to you and what they're willing to give to you. Because they are very nurturing with the Queen of Pentacles energy. And or you are for them, and vice versa. Open your arms to receive. You deserve the blessing of this person just like they deserve the blessing of you. So I hope that helps. With that said, guys, that wraps up the readings for the full moon in Libra. Like I said, once this live closes out, I have to wait on some processing time before I can actually put the timestamps in the description and the comments, so bear with. I will make sure all the code names are there with all of their times. Yeah. I think that whatever this is, you might say it's not romantic. But you've got to ask yourself why it never went there. If they've been loyal to you for so long, why has it never gone there? I would reflect on that. I think by the time this moon cycle's done, you might have a better awareness of it. Truly. So, I hope all of these readings helped everybody tonight. You guys know where to find me. All of my information will be down below in the description box. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram and all that good stuff. And until next time, guys, Divine Rebel Racey signing off. You love each other and most importantly, love yourselves. Bye.